Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the Dow Jones today? So I think the first thing I want to point out here is we are at a really crucial level. And you can see this tail here, it was a high on this week, it was a high on this week. We attempted to break it here, the breakout failed. We attempted to push through here, that failed. So those two highs are, well, I suppose this zone, and we'll look at it on the lower time frame, is the area that we need to get through in order for us to get some decent momentum to the upside in order to challenge the previous high. Okay, now right now for me, a break above this level is going to break this consolidation phase on the weekly, and I'll just be conservative. I can actually be even more conservative. Okay, so this area that we've been bouncing around in for the last pretty much most of the year, if we do break above, and I would say the line in the sand is 25,540, so a weekly close above that level would give us indication of a break of this level, and that gives us a move to the upside of 1,500 points, and that takes us pretty much to the all-time high. Okay, so just want to get down to the hour. So the closing range breakout, pretty much, it didn't fail, but targets weren't hit. And that's often a case when you've got a massive closing bar like this. Okay, so you can see we got to the 32.8, but that's pretty much all that happened. Okay, so what we want to do is we actually want to play today's closing range breakout because it is a lot smaller and it fits into a broader pattern here. So, and that pattern is, you can see how the 32.8 fits on the high of yesterday, and you can then see, I'm just going to use lines here. That's the last two, it's that one there, and let's just delete that. Delete that line. Right. So if we just drill down to a lower time frame, you'll see this is our consolidation. So two things. This broader pattern here, this is our consolidation zone. So between 495, let's call it 25,500, and the high of yesterday at 25,590, that is our consolidation zone. So a break below this pin bar will bring us downside, and then a break above these pin bars here will bring us upside. Okay, upside I'm looking for on the daily is pretty much as follows. So I'm looking for this area of 25,800, and that's kind of what I'm not saying expecting, but anticipating for today. Okay, the crucial aspect is breaking above the high of yesterday. If we can get above the high of yesterday, because that is a pretty strong weekly level, then we have a fairly good chance of targeting this upside here. Okay, so that would be a pretty much almost a 1% move from where we are now. So anything's possible. But the other way of trading this would be to look for the closing range, and the closing range is pretty much between those two levels there. So you can see your breakout target. I'll just put some lines in there. So there's one target, and then there's another target there. So to the upside, if we do break, well, we have broken already. So I'm expecting us to at least come and tag at 25,620 and 25,665. Okay. So those are the first two areas. If we do get above that and we have some kind of a major rally today, then I would hold out for 25,800. Okay. So The only thing that's going to change my view is a break below this pin bar. So break below this pin bar would mean the closing range would be a breakout to the downside, and then you'd be looking at pretty much be looking at this level here, which is a previous weekly high, and that's 25,400. Okay. And this 25,400 to me would be an excellent opportunity to get in long for a swing trade. So that's kind of my take for today. I'll be trading the closing breakout. So it's going to wait for the open, because what I'm looking for here is I'd like to see some pressure on these oscillators just eased off a bit. So I'd like to see a bit of a retracement, consolidation, and then move the upside. So a good retracement down to this 50% level would be nice, but I'm not going to hold my breath. We may only just get a pullback here to close the gap at the open, and then have another attempt at breaking through these highs. Okay, so that's kind of my take. Just have a look at the 6 minutes, see if it gives me anything extra. Nothing much. What you can do is pretty much watch the oscillators on the 6 minutes. If we do start consolidating the downside, then there's going to be a great opportunity as soon as you see either a retest of this breakout level here, which is the top of the range, or on the 50%. That would be an ideal entry, but we have to wait for price action, just see what happens. And I suspect we do sort of either consolidate through the morning or just gently start falling off until we find a base for about 12, between 12 and 2 p.m. German time or South African time. So it's just about an hour before the US market opens, and that's where you're going to expect some fireworks. Anyway, guys, I hope that helps, and that's my view for today. And I'll definitely looking for longs based on the breakout here of the closing range breakout. And enjoy the day, stay safe, and I'll catch up with you later. Cheers, man.